We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. Search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. I need you again, so stick around. So stick around. world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away I love. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. You're so don't let it go. I know you feel it. You'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're lying close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away I love. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. You're so don't let it go. I know you feel it. You'll always be my broken love. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Baby, you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Baby, you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. Search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Baby, you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too slow. I need you again, so stick around. So stick around.
Leave the world around us. They don't need to know. Come find me where the sun sets and say you'll never let me go. You're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away I love. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. Cause you'll always be my broken love. You're so don't let it go. I know you feel it. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. They don't know how we love when we're letting close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me. Hide away I love. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. Broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. been a broken love.
Let me play my cool intro. Y'all ain't ready for this. The disrespect is real.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. I'm not above it. I am that snake bitch.
No, it's okay. You guys are all welcome to trash Queen in the chat. We'll hold a whole panel on Queen.
I am honest to a point, but a lot of the things I talk about aren't true.
Wait, somebody not telling the truth on YouTube? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if you ignite me. The road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets caused real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling this war. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more, freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force apart. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
Me and my friends, we're gonna find you and we're gonna rip you apart like a wasteland.
Snakes don't get a fucking safe space. If she wants to keep it going, then we'll keep going. If she wants to stop the bullshit, then we'll stop the bullshit. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let anybody lie on my motherfucking name.
Bring your ass. The fucking link is in the chat. That should be.
Oh, loose booty, wet panty looking ass boy.
Replay that, Queen. Her name is Queen. It ain't really so much Queen. Queen B. Queen B. Okay, there. Queen B. Queen B's money. Queen B ain't got no money. Queen B.
She always fucks some shit up. I don't know why PJ doesn't get his ass on a motherfucking leash and get his ass under control. Fuck.
Better than never. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, better do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight.
And I haven't brought it public, you know why? Because someone that I was fucking close to is in the middle of a goddamn lawsuit. How do I get my hands on your soap? Because I need something to clean these titty broads. My dove is just not doing it.
Bring your asses. As simple as that. Come in. I mean, bring it. Bring your asses. Hey, don't get Queen B and her 550, 600 servants. Bring their asses out.
You might have started it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Absolutely. Or go to somebody else's panel. Let me just say Queen B's panel. I'm telling you, we all need to go up on Queen B's panel because that seems where everybody's going. I guess Queen B is like the god of YouTube.
Queen B Escobar, bro.
She's in China just making drugs.
You know, I run the cartel on the YouTubes. I run the cartel here. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what boss bitches do.
Exactly.
Beefing with the Queen Bee because I heard the stinger sucks.
This lady Queen Bee with the lip ring is innocent. You two weirdos are being weird. No, I know who this is. You're the lady that was on Molly Go Lightly.
No. You have no doubt QB could hold her own with any female on YouTube. Let me tell you something we all learned a long time ago.
I would fuck her up and drag her from here to China. Let's meet one-on-one.
Writing checks, their mouth can't cash. Bitch, I didn't write a check, my mouth can't cash. I cash all them motherfucking checks.
And I cannot for the life of me understand why people put her on a pedestal. And these allegedly smart people put her on this pedestal like she's something important.
We got to tell you about yourself. It's your fucking old lying ass over there. Is her fucking name obnoxiously relevant?
Because she I know, she changed it.
She meant to say obnoxious and irrelevant. That's what she meant to say.
And coincidentally, it sounds exactly like Queen Bee's voice, because as I've always thought, Queen Bee is using some sort of slight distortion on her voice when she broadcasts.
Exposed!
Queen Bee exposed! Oh my god, bitch.
Did they get that Dugan?
Said they get that Dugan. That shit crying for the shady. You better fucking shut your mouth with that. Bro, stop.
Wow. What in the hell? Someone told Queen Bee that you said it was her hacking your emails. What the hell is wrong with people?
Take your ass to bed. It's fucking past your bedtime. Go on now.
Right? Why you gotta be crying?
I'm fucking killing the vibe, bitch. Take your ass to bed. Boston, no, I'm not capping at all. I'm telling the whole truth.
Look, babe.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. You know what I mean? Skedaddling away. See you guys.
Pumpkin. I love you too.
I despise you, Boston.
Whatever.
Good morning, beautiful.
Happy day.
Happy day, baby. We got trigger today. Gotta trigger these motherfuckers every day.
Baby Jesus showed us that, you guys. I swear to God.
I know that's right, because you just put right on that shit.
Yes, I did. Baby Jesus like, look here.
Yeah, fuck the pause. Pause for the cause. Fuck that pause.
I'm just trying to be a better person. I know it.
Let's see here. God damn it, Duke. You hear him?
Yes, the dog is.
Damn it, Duke.
Girl, this tea is piping.
Isn't it, man? This motherfucker's hot.
That just burnt the roof of my mouth.
Where's Candy Sue? Where's she at? You heard that like I heard that one. Fire in the hole. Smoke him if you got him.
You're like the type of person that would probably be in the back of the class.
Fuck you, me too.
Ellie's a thug.
Right.
You don't
We're all thugs around here. Shambles. Thank you for supporting the hot biddies. Y'all wasn't ready for that, was you?
Wait, I wasn't, bitch. I was not. I wasn't even close to ready for that shit. All right, I love you, baby girl. I'm gonna jump off.
I love you too, baby doll. Yo, what's happening? What's happening? What y'all doing? What you doing? I've been over there chilling at Toasties with y'all, hanging out. Miss Melanie coming in, and 20 of them on us already. Bop. Thank you, Biddy Bop. I appreciate that. It definitely helps out. And I got a message today, and she said it's okay to share with you guys, but she said that her child is really sick with cancer, and she's gotten memberships for the last 3 months. And she said she really wanted to tell you guys thank you. She wouldn't have been able to afford it, and she said I could share it with you guys if I wanted to. So I just wanted to let you guys know that your memberships do help, and they are appreciated. Hey, baby doll. Cheryl from Texas, thank you so much for the 5 memberships. So anyhow, we're going to go ahead and get this started. I'll get this playing or whatever. I know Toasty's still going and stuff, so we're going to get started. Just, you know, teenagers, they're so fun. Y'all listen. She wants me to turn the fucking air on. No, I'm not turning the goddamn air on. Fuck no. I'm not doing that. Sorry, not happening. It's fucking April. We ain't having that. It's hot as hell here. It's getting ready to storm like a bitch. You guys, you know what I'm saying? The kids come down and say, oh, I'm so hot. I'm so hot. I'm like dying. I'm so hot. I'm like, okay, well, stand in front of a fan. Put a fan on then. What the hell are you doing? You live in Illinois. It's Illinois, but I like to make fun of Illinois. And it's getting ready to rain here, so it'll be cooling off anytime, you know what I mean? But the dogs and the kids just think it's, oh my God, it's just so terrible. She said, turn the air on. I said, excuse me, what? I sound like my damn grandma. Excuse me, what? Gosh, dang, you know you're getting old when you sound just like your damn grandma. Excuse me, what? Turn the air on. What? Excuse me. Miss Bonnie, thank you for dropping 5 of them on us. I appreciate you, baby. Come on now. Say unless you want to pay the bills, sit in front of the fan. I just did. I saw this. I said, and check this out. By the time, listen, if I turn that on, by the time the central air cooled the whole fucking house down, I'd be turning the shit back off because it'll be pouring down rain and colder outside than it will be in here. You know what I mean? They don't get it, man. Come on now. Right. We just turned off the gosh dang heat. What are you talking about, Willis? Shit. I like the fresh air. I got the windows open. Life, got my toenails painted white. You can't tell me nothing, baby. That's it. All right, so I'm gonna have to just say it. I'm really not I'm really not impressed with this 10-minute fucking America's Most Wanted clip. I'm not fucking happy about it, just so you guys know. And Justin, you're a little fucking asshole. Clutch them nuts. You know what? Listen, your chat was nasty as fuck. And I know you were excited over there because you had almost 2,000 people in your chat showing the video. So I know you was all over there excited as fuck about it. But your mods should have been watching your chat because I'm going to tell you right now, we're calling that shit the fuck out. Just as a warning. Just as a heads up. Your fucking chat was gnarly as fuck, man. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was very well. I mean, it got his name out there, and you know that's ultimately what they, you know, his parents want, what we want. But I mean, it was like 10 minutes. I guess I just expected it to be like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You know, like a little, 30-minute show or whatever. Oh, his chat pissed me the fuck off too. Don't you worry, Jillian. Justin needs some more attention. Yeah, he really does. Kathy ain't got time for it. He really does. And yeah, I know he writes it in his chat. I know he does. Shit, y'all ain't telling me nothing. Should we start reviewing Justin? I'll fall the fuck asleep. We're gonna have to figure out how to make that interesting. We're gonna have to figure out how to get that going because I don't know if I'll be able to stay awake for that. Hey, Miss Amy, what's up, baby? Did you watch the show?
Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed. It's only 5 minutes. I'm going to...
Yeah, it felt like it was only like 5 minutes, huh?
Yeah, I'm just like, no, that can't be right.
Yeah, I thought there was more coming on. I'm like, oh, there's got to be more. So we waited and waited and waited.
I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. What happened in Justin's chat?
Yeah, how disappointing. That's what I said. How disappointing. It was like 5 minutes. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it anyways. So, Miss Valerie T dropping 10 of them on us. Thank you. I appreciate that, Biddy, showing love. Thank you. We're gonna watch it. Miss Amy, you want to stay up here with me and watch it?
Yes, man.
All right, baby.
Say hello to Monkey Boy.
That's right. Have you been reviewing him? You've been going over his stuff?
I haven't had time for anything.
You've been busy?
No.
I know, and I
Yeah.
don't blame you. If you're busy, you know, I know how that goes. If you get a chance, let me know how it is if you go over his stuff, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Give me the heads up. Tim C. Hey, Lip Locked. I hope you're doing well, baby. Running Bear, I was so upset. It was like 10 minutes long, and that was it. How do people watch regular TV? The commercials were unreal. The commercials were ridiculous. Look at Melanie dropping a 50 on us. Can I pet that monkey boy? Miss Amy, say it again.
No.
Little monkey boy. Can I pet that monkey? Can I pet that monkey?
I got on page justice.
Can I pet that dog? Look, I got to show you guys something before we even get started. And I know they're going to say, you got drama in your stream, but it's funny as hell. So anyways, check this out. Somebody made me a new thing. Check this out real quick. Maybe we should wait. Well, you know what? We'll wait. Since we're going to play this live stream, you know, it's another little super chat dance, you guys. I was going to play it because you know what? We got a super chat. I'm going to play it.
I think we got a super rat. Super rat. Super rat. I think we got a super rat, so make it rain fat.
Super rat for the basket. Listen. I think Hartley meant by like super make it rain fat because she always says make it rain and she always wants it to rain memberships and super chats. So she put a fat rat in there that says make it rain. I thought that was hilarious. All right, we'll play it one more time. Here we go.
I think we got a super rat. Super rat. Super rat. I think we got a super rat, so make it rain fat.
Ain't that fucking funny? That's it. All right. Super rat. Here we go. Let's get this party started. Amy, you fucking left me. You were supposed to be watching this with me, you little shit. Just walked out on me like that. You little shit. I know I'm so easily tickled. The shit cracked me up. I got it. I said, oh my God, I cannot with you. I cannot with you. Oh, she's going to be fucking pissed. And every time we get a super chat, I'm playing that fucker. All right, here we go. If we get booted, listen, Justin didn't get booted, but if we get booted, let me know. But I don't think we will.
5-year-old, 9-year-old, 14-year-old Gina DeJesus never made it home.
It's a family's worst nightmare. A son, a daughter, a loved one.
We're doing everything we possibly can to help you.
Gone without a trace. America's Most Wanted has brought justice and hope to families across America, helping to bring more than 65 missing children home.
Thanks to some tipsters, Elizabeth Smart was recovered alive.
Now we carry that legacy forward with a single mission: to bring the missing home.
This hole in my heart where Chelsea's supposed to be.
We've assembled a team to lead the search, boots on the ground. From America's Most Wanted, Callahan Walsh.
She doesn't even know that she's a missing child.
Take my phone.
Their father, Joe Petito.
Carlos Park, literally right here.
True crime podcaster, Payne Lindsay.
Somebody needs to be asked some hard questions.
Former undercover detective Derek Levasseur.
Maybe someone out there can do something.
And survivor and advocate Elizabeth Smart.
I'm here because we deserve your brother back home.
Working with investigators and listening to families.
Why would he take the van? Why would he take my phone?
There's no more waiting. Tonight, we're going to find them.
Well, dang, pause game on point, baby. I couldn't know better than that. Oh, blonde guy is Payne Lindsay. Yeah. Yep. I thought I already dropped the link, baby. Did I not already drop it? I guess I must have not pinned it. Here's the link again. I'll try to go pin it real quick.
Someone knows something.
This little girl is still out there.
We need your eyes, We need your voice.
We're one tip away from changing the course of this case.
We need your help.
It's a missing piece to the family. I miss my son.
Because one sighting, one tip, one moment
We're this close.
can bring someone home.
We never stop searching because we know the families won't stop either.
The search begins now.
Good evening. I'm Harris Faulkner.
What up?
What you doing?
Shit, playing this. What you got going on?
Watching
you already
this?
go over it? Y'all watch it in Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did too. I was so fucking mad. What'd you think?
So the way it was explained to me, right, was they do a bunch of, they like highlight a bunch of cases on the first one, right? And then if I guess one of the cases is chosen, then they do like a longer show on that case. I just don't know. But then I'm hearing people say it's like a 3-part series or whatever.
Well, the show is not technically Sebastian's clip or
Right.
his story or whatever, but they have 3 parts to it so far of the cases
Right.
that they're going to work on. And then Derek came and said the first 3 were Sebastian, Daniel Robinson, and I can't remember who the last one was.
Michaela.
Yeah. And then next week they'll do another 3. And then I think the following week they'll do another 3.
Yeah,
That's how
I
I took
think,
it. I mean, I don't know if you were explained differently than.
well, just when they showed like the one for next week, didn't they show the one for next week? I didn't see Sebastian on that one.
I
So
didn't either. That's why I was wondering. I was like, there's got to be more than just this 10 minutes.
I'm not
think so?
convinced. No.
Man, it doesn't seem like it's very long at all. Like there's so much more that could have went into this that, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
No, I agree. I mean, not really, because we were talking about this in the Discord, right? And it's like the purpose of it is to, I think, garner more national attention. So you give the basics, right?
Yeah.
Where he went missing from, what he looks like. But
well, yeah. And I mean, they did okay. I guess I just thought like they were going to show his bedroom and go more into detail of like what, his activities were, what he did, like what possibly could have. I mean, they did say what possibly could have happened a couple times, So, I mean, I guess that's.
I'm glad they got the reward right.
Yeah.
That we didn't put out that 500,000, in pledges, in the
Right.
pledges. And
I think
you know what?
$500,000 pledge shouldn't be added anyways because it's not. I mean,
Right.
come on now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But
All right.
I'm thankful. I'm thankful that Sebastian got 10 minutes because look at all the missing people, and
Yeah.
he got 10
Well, I mean, yeah, of course.
You
I'm
know what I
thankful he
mean?
got 10
Yeah.
minutes,
But
I just
I'm
feel like
disappointed that
should've
it
been
wasn't
longer.
more. Yeah, I am disappointed it wasn't more. But then we have to be.
I guess I'm just
positive.
disappointed they didn't go more into depth with
Right.
things about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know. I just feel like they gave like the short basics and then bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And this is America's Most Wanted Missing Persons, a new show following the lead of the iconic true crime series. We have one mission: to bring missing loved ones home. Every person you'll see on this screen tonight has someone waiting for them: a parent, a child, a friend, a community that refuses to give up, and neither will we. We've assembled a team of.
Well, first of all, I don't think you're familiar with my chat, Deanna. We welcome differing opinions. And as long as you're respectful in here, I'm cool with that. If you want to click the link and come up, you're welcome to do that too. Her comment reads, "You can boot me, but in her opinion, the stepfather and mother were responsible for their son, period. They fought and abused each other." That's your assumption. That child, and that's why he is missing today, which again is your assumption. You don't know why he's missing. Chris wanted him out, in my opinion. And that's okay. That's your opinion. I'm not going to boot you because you have a different opinion. It's not how we roll over here. Tia, what's up, baby doll? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, baby.
So I just wanted to hello to everyone on panel. I didn't want to be rude. Hi, guys.
Hey.
I just wanted to tell you, we went through the same experience with America's Most Wanted last year with the Rachel Warren case. We thought they were doing an entire show, and it was a 10-minute segment. So I know what you're going through, and I was disappointed, but what we were able to do, and I'm sure like every creator is going to do this with Sebastian's case, is we were able to like put just that 9-10 minute version out, and spread that out, which was actually a little bit easier than the whole show being shown, if you will. So we were able to continue to video, put that out, and have creators do that. If that does that make sense? What I'm saying, I don't even know.
Yeah, like even on your Twitter, your Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it did get a lot of traction. I mean, it to be fair, it didn't do anything to catch the person, but it got her name out there and was good for that. So maybe this will do that as well. Now it's national coverage, being covered by a large program and such. Maybe this will get Sebastian more awareness, and maybe people can take the 9-minute, 10-minute segment and put it out and put that like you said, Rowena, out on Twitter, whatever.
And he didn't look like a cartoon character, or it wasn't AI generated, and it's his story. The little bit of facts, didn't go into a lot of it. His picture, and I wish it was more, but I'm glad that the nation's going to see Sebastian's face.
Well, and the only reason I came up is because I literally felt the exact same way this time last year when hers was shown. We were like, we thought it was going to be the whole show. What is this?
Well, I thought about 20 minutes. I thought about 20 minutes, but
it's so bare bones.
Yeah, it's very bare, but
it does get his name out. It does at least.
Well, there's always a positive. I mean, we can, what I'm saying? There's always a positive to it. Yeah.
But I agree with you. I share your disappointment because when you think it's going to be one thing and when you're expecting Coke and you get milk, it's like, what the hell is this? Thanks, I'm still thirsty, but okay, this is not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the other two cases that were with Sebastian's, those family and friends are thinking the same thing. You know what I mean? Like,
it was so there being so many missing kids. I guess, like I said, I guess how like they have like 2020 like a thing, and then they do like another case mixed in with it, or they'll do like they'll do two cases and they each like 30 minutes each. I guess that's just what I expected them to do. I expected to hear more from like professionals and what their opinion was, what they thought, like actual professionals. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just people on a panel that they want to express their thoughts and opinions, which I respect that as well. But I mean, I want a professional's opinion as well. Like I guess I just wanted to hear more from them about what they thought happened and what they, what their experience,
Yeah, I get it.
I understand, and I really do share your frustration, and I hope that this helps. But I just wanted to come up really quick and just tell you that, I get it. I
appreciate that, baby.
I cursed out the screen last year at this time, so pissed off because I was like, "What? Where is the story?" There was no story. It was just like a quick flash of her name, and then I don't. To be honest, I'll tell you, I don't even remember what they said, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
So it did bring awareness, and I hope it does for Sebastian. And
it just seemed like the commercials were longer than the story.
Right. That's the other thing that pissed me off. There was like 5,000 commercials. Like, all right, let's get this playing because people are waiting. They've been waiting to play it. So,
well, I'm a spoiled bitch. I buy premium, so I don't have to watch ads.
Well, we don't either. But this came from
this came from
TV. I know.
Yeah, so Fox News or whatever.
So we had to watch it. We were on Discord going, "Come on, come on, come on!" And then it was like they came back with another story, and we're like, "Is that it?" Okay, that's it. Yep.
Yeah. Well,
And
have a
we
good
heard
night.
about them going in his bedroom, and so not that I want to
Well,
peer
and
in
Deanna, we
people's
can say
houses.
CP also is abusive to his own daughter and his ex-wife. Well, yeah, but Seth is too. So, I mean, it goes hand in hand. Seth was very abusive in my opinion and in the CPS's opinion, and both the teachers called CPS on him. So, I mean, we can argue semantics all day long.
And a judge also said that too about.
And yeah, I mean, you're welcome
Sean.
to be in here. I don't mind, but I mean, you coming into a chat like you're coming into a chat where people respect Chris and Katie over here. I mean, I know that you obviously come from the other side, and that's cool too. Like I said, you're cool to be in here. But I mean, it does go hand in hand. I just hope you can keep an open mind like you want us to keep an open mind, you know?
Just know that we're going to look at both sides.
All right, baby. We ready to roll?
I'm going to pop down. Thank you for letting me up. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, Tia.
All right.
Of experts who dedicated theirs to solving cases and helping others. Derek Levasseur. You may know him from Big Brother, but he also has worked undercover with the FBI, DEA, and Secret Service. Elizabeth Smart, a survivor and advocate whose abduction recovery was made possible through America's Most. Payne Lindsay, whose investigative true crime podcast, Up and Vanished, has brought cold cases back into the national spotlight. And tonight's special guest, Callahan Walsh, a familiar face to America's Most Wanted. Callahan does incredible work with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Thank you so very much, everyone, for joining us. Let's get to our first case now. A missing child, Sebastian Rogers. On February 25th, 2024, Sebastian's mother said goodnight to her 15-year-old son. The next morning, Sebastian was gone.
My name is Dean Juvenile. We are white male, 3 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. You know, those have a form of autism.
Just going around.
Sebastian is tall and skinny, has a contagious smile, loves video games, loves cats.
Boundless amounts of energy. Sebastian reminds me of a deer prancing through the woods, you know, enjoying the smell, the breeze, new things. That's my son.
February 25th, the day before Sebastian went missing, Chris was in Memphis at work. So Sebastian and I went to Texas Roadhouse. After dinner, right around 9 o'clock, we laid down. I heard a noise in his room. I said, I don't care what you're doing, but you got to knock it off and you got to go to bed. And he answered, you know, yes, ma'am. And I said, okay. And that was the last time that I spoke with Sebastian. The next morning, when I went in his room, he wasn't in his bed. After a minute or two, when I couldn't find him, I called Chris and I said, I can't find Sebastian. He's not in the house.
I got off work and I had a text message from Sebastian's stepfather.
I said, hey, I don't know how to tell you this, but Sebastian's missing.
I headed straight over to their house.
I started driving through the neighborhood. I was looking everywhere, like, where is he? What happened? Did he go with someone? Did someone take him? By the time I pulled into the school, Christopher was already telling me to turn around because the authorities were on their way.
They used helicopters, they used drones, they used TV, horseback.
An extensive search didn't yield one significant lead or even a glimpse of the boy on any doorbell cam video. Days later, investigators combed through a landfill, still saying they had found nothing.
And see, I don't know. I'm glad they did this. I'm very glad they did this. I'm glad that they got his name out there and more attention for his case. I guess I just wish there would have been more information on him. You know, like I wish they would have given these guys more information so they could look into it a little bit more, you know.
We have nothing. We just have speculations. We get criticized. The father gets criticized. Law enforcement's been criticized.
Online sleuths are really analyzing videos and creating their own theories.
Sebastian is putting something in his pocket.
Surveillance footage from a neighbor shows two people outside of Sebastian's house that night. Something happened.
Tonight marks 1 year since Sebastian Rogers disappeared near Beach High School in Sumner County.
My life is not the same without my son. He's not here.
And see, yeah, Christina Randall is great. I'm glad they added her in there because she is like not on either side. She's not in any drama. She has nothing to, no dog in the fight. She is not attached to this at all. This is somewhere my heart would rather shatter if my baby was gone. Kay Miller, say that again, baby. Say that again. I honestly don't know how any of the three of these parents are dealing with this this long. Just to have a child.
I don't know how you breathe. I don't know how you breathe. I
don't know. Yeah, I don't
know how you can get up and breathe.
I honestly don't. I sit and think sometimes though, and I sit and think, like, damn, if I was in this position, would I be desperate enough to hire, in my opinion, a fake ass at night company? Would I have people being attacked left and right? Would I send cease and desist to people that are searching for my child? No. The answer is fuck no.
Yeah.
And again, I don't move anywhere near like Seth does. I don't,
yeah.
Everybody responds differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know.
On my blunt, dang it. What? Sorry, what were you saying?
I agree. I don't know how I could breathe, but I just don't understand the people that are actually doing things are silence, Just the C&D's really got me. It got me really more than the injunction. The injunction was
just the whole Trevor blowout, him blowing up on Trevor and everything like that, all that stuff that happened. Barbecue says Seth has a CB receiver in his truck. I wonder what he uses it for. Somewhere he doesn't have cell service, maybe. Like he didn't have service at the vigil, or all in my opinion. Yeah, it's very odd. It's very odd to have a CB radio in there. I don't know what the hell what the fuck he uses all that for, what he does with that.
I don't know. It's not 1977. I don't know.
Hey, right. Blank Slay says, I'm glad.
Shit, I'm muted.
What, baby?
I'm over here talking. I think especially when you take into it.
Being so goddamn quiet over there. I'm like, what the fuck is she so quiet for?
I think when you take into account that was not on his truck the first time we met him, I agree.
Yeah.
Because that antenna, I remember seeing that in the picture and I was like, what is that? And we looked it up and I agree. It's just weird.
It's fucking weird as hell, yeah. A Blank Slay says, I'm glad the one guy said, look at your kids, friends. Glad Elizabeth was firm in her stance about bedrooms not always being safe. Yeah, man, absolutely. There's so many things that they hit on with this too. We'll stop it, but this just JS, glad his face is out there. I believe he's alive. Kim Holmes says they did the same with Summer Wells. Yes, BJ's clapping thighs and fupa. Hey, and Queen, I don't usually chat here. Well, I'm glad you're here, baby. I'm glad you're here. 99 Pink Balloons, thank you for being a new member. Alpha member for 17 months. Purple Dragon says, super rat dance, please, when you get a chance. Did you guys see our little super rat dance? I'll do it after this is over. I don't want to play it during this. I wish it was longer, but I'm thankful for his face getting out there nationally for the 5 minutes without drama. Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad they were able to work together too. Really I am.
So I will say this. I actually am kind of glad that they didn't go into what they think happened. I think there's been so much of that had they said something like a lot of,
well, they just kind of list off things that could have happened. They don't really go into like what they think happened, but it's kind of how he's like, or she's like, yeah, I was, taken out of my room it's not always safe. And then he's like, yeah, he could have, went out on his own and, thought he was coming back and didn't. And, they just kind of throw things out there,
I do appreciate that they didn't go into, obviously it was Katie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What I thought was really nice was Derek was like, look, there's a lot of hate and things going on, and the parents are being blamed, the mother's being blamed, and it's innocent until proven guilty. So you have to be careful what you say about these parents, and when they're already going through stuff, because it could be something totally different. I think that's important. Survivor, thank you for dropping 5 of them on us. If you guys got one, make sure you tell them thank you. Be Still did a $10 super sticker, says the hardest is the not knowing. And Be Still, you know what? I was talking to Summerwell's grandma, Candy Hare, and she said between her granddaughter missing and her daughter missing, her daughter went missing first. And of course, fast forward, Summerwell's went missing, which was her granddaughter. So she's had 2 missing girls. 2 girls in her life go missing, and she said that is the absolute worst and hardest part, is not knowing and where it went. The not knowing. She said it's fucked with her so bad. Nowhere, man. It's is that a super rat or a fupa rat? A little bit of both. Let's see here. Biker Chick, thank you for being here, and L, thank you for got Tanner on. Yeah, he kind of did. He looks like he's been out and about, but the bags under his eyes are fucking terrible, boy. He's got some hellish fucking bags under his eyes. I said, God damn, Daddy Box Braids. You can tell he's either not sleeping or something's going on, man. He looks like he's exhausted, but he ain't searching or anything, so I don't know how he's exhausted unless he's just not sleeping,
Well, if I had a slap granted, I wouldn't be sleeping either,
Well, yeah, the anti-slap, he's got a lawsuit against him. I mean, he's, for the fuck shit he's been pulling, he's got a lot going on. In my opinion, Betty got quite a bunch of bullshit, too.
Yeah, but there is a change.
He does look like he's gained some weight. Yeah, depression will do that, though.
Yeah.
Depression will
there is a change. I agree. It's a definite change, recent change.
Yeah, for sure.
In my opinion.
Disappeared near Beach High School in Sumner County.
My life is not the same without my son. He's not here, and he's somewhere. Someone has him.
This year, the worst nightmare I could have imagined to come alive.
Just wants whoever has him. Just give him back. It's my son.
Wow, that dad. So we talk about theories now, Payne, and what might have happened with Sebastian. What are your thoughts?
I mean, here's his house. They searched miles outside of that neighborhood for days. Helicopters on the ground. They even drained a lake. He's nowhere. I don't think Sebastian would have gone outside on his own. There's someone else involved here. Somebody who was familiar to him, but a stranger to everyone else.
We also have to consider he could have left on his own volition. We know children on the autism spectrum tend to wander. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, nearly half of all children on the autism spectrum will go missing at some point from their environment.
Wow.
But I think something caused him to flee his home. Was that into the open arms of a predator? Or was there a roaming predator that just happened to see Sebastian walking down through the neighborhood?
And to me, one thing that stands out is his shoes. He always wore his shoes according to his mom.
Yeah. She shared a story that as a younger boy, he walked through a pile of dirt, turned out to be a bed of fire ants. And he had a thing about always wearing his socks and shoes. I can't think that a 15-year-old child would get up in the middle of the night and leave without his shoes in February. So for me, that says that someone has come and taken him, or someone else is involved. Someone knows something. And as easy as it is to be like, oh, that could never happen, like your bedroom is the safest place in the world, Well, no. Bedrooms are not the safest place in the world. I was taken from my bedroom. It can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
So when you consider what you just said, Elizabeth, according to Katie, that night, she goes to bed, he goes to bed, then around 10 p.m., there's a bump or a thud. She calls out to him. He says, I'm fine. Yes, ma'am. I'll start moving. And then that's the end of it. And according to her, when she went to bed, the doors were locked. And when she woke up, the doors were locked. Were the windows locked? That's a big question. Were they secure? Because if they weren't, it could mean one of two things. That thud, him responding, was someone else in there with him?
Or someone was with him and going.
Exactly.
So I do want to bring up this home security camera footage. This looks like foot traffic right in here.
Yeah, if you look at the footage here, you can see subject number 1 allegedly, right? It looks like something that's illuminated, which, by the way, we haven't mentioned it yet. According to Katie, there was a flashlight that Sebastian liked using.
Yeah.
So according to Katie, there was a flashlight missing, which we already knew that. However, they're trying to say that there was that was two people back there. But why did they come out and first things first and say that the police showed them it was a trash truck?
I agree, but I also want to say too that the flashlight he had didn't even work, right?
Well, from my understanding, it didn't. But I mean,
maybe it's something the police didn't want out. I don't know. The police didn't release that.
I think the police didn't release it because they knew how much speculation it would create, which it absolutely did.
Mm-hmm.
I 100% stand on. I do not believe it's anything. I think it's a guy taking his trash to the curb at 5 o'clock in the morning, right before the trash truck came through.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my thought.
And the second light was from the phone from whoever. That's what I heard SF say, or somebody. That it was somebody that said it. The two lights, one was from the light of the phone that was recording it off the screen, because that's one little tiny itty bitty area. But I don't know. But I would like to say something.
Mob Crew's whole fucking channel's about speculation about that goddamn car.
Yeah.
That's what he's been getting. He's been getting fucking paid off that goddamn bullshit narrative he's been over there spinning.
Now he's looking at cars.
You spin me right round, baby. That's what reminds me of every time I go to his channel.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Now he's looking at cars from February 28th at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, what the heck are you doing? Why? Why are you doing
He doesn't have content. He's got to make it. He's got to spin it into something else.
But I want to say something to Carla that was up on panel last night.
You got fucking stupid. Now with a channel of 100,000. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Roro.
Oh, I just want to say something to Carla. Elizabeth Smart just talked about how she was taken out of her bedroom because her mom was asleep.
Oh yeah, ain't that crazy?
Would you go tell Elizabeth Smart's mom that it was her fault that she was kidnapped because she slept? I mean, I know you're a medical miracle, but yeah, why don't you go tell Elizabeth Smart's mom that? That's the point I was trying to make. Everybody has to sleep. Except you.
Oh, girl.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I can give grace and everything, but when you sit up here and you're just closed-minded and entitled as fuck and rude, I came up, I asked her I wasn't ugly or anything. And, yeah, I don't have any grace for closed-minded people. No, hell, she's mean to me when I spoke up on this panel.
Oh, I didn't know. That's
go
why I
back
said
and
she's being ugly in
listen.
the
My
chat.
first words to her were extremely nice. Extremely.
I'm with you, Ro. I lost my patience when she lied.
Yeah.
I heard it. And then she lied. She was like, well, I didn't say that. And I'm like, it was 10 seconds ago. Come on. You did say it.
Like
but
you
okay.
didn't run over to Justin's thing and call Chris Edgar. You're closed-minded as fuck. And whatever. Open your mind up a little bit. Maybe you'll see and I'll have a little bit of grace. But I'm not wasting my energy or my breath or my brain cells on closed-minded people. They're going to sit up here and gaslight and say, I'd really like to know more about it and everything. And then on into it, when you start to get uncomfortable, all you can say is, I want to know where Chris Padfoot was on Sunday. I want to know, even going into the chat, even today. But you didn't listen to what B. Tim told you. Let's say that Chris Proudfoot comes out and says his every move that day. What are you
The
going to do
funniest
about
part
it,
of
Miss
this whole
Entitled?
conversation is the funniest part of the whole conversation. First of all, don't even waste your time with it because Chris has already said where he was Sunday. If she can't figure out where in the fuck he was at on Sunday, then she don't need to know because he's already said it.
So yeah, my grace be fucked. Done. I'm done with being, it's like I will be kind to people that are open-minded and treat me. I'm gonna meet you with the same energy. I sure am.
Miss Barbecue dropped a $100 super sticker on it. She says, even after everything, I still have the small amount of human decency that feels bad for Seth. Then I remember everything that he puppet mastered, and he had a choice. He chose to chase away people actually searching for Sebastian. You make your bed, and you have to lay in it. And I agree wholeheartedly with that. Because there's a lot of fucking bullshit that he didn't have to do that was not fucking necessary, in my humblest opinion, that made his fucking son's case a shit show fucking circus. Thank you for dropping 50 of them on us and shaking the hell out of the bushes, baby. I appreciate you. Ann says they are sticking to facts as they should. And that's right. They are sticking to facts. And I'm glad that they did. I am glad that they did. What were you saying, Cletus? I missed that.
I may be a cold-hearted bastard for this, but I'm just going to say it the way I see it. I'll feel bad for Seth when one of two things happens. Sebastian comes home, or Seth comes and apologizes and makes shit right with Chris and Katie, and they start working together. That's just how it is. I can't otherwise.
Well, and that's another thing, too, I was going to say. So if he did come up and, talk to Chris and Katie and apologize and, stop his shit with, Midnight Media and all the bullshit, and him and Katie and Chris work together, I think I could probably, down with that.
I could. I definitely could.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be able to support him doing that.
Mm-hmm. If you're really, truly doing it for Sebastian and not your ego or pocketbook or fame or whatever all this other bullshit is, if it's about Sebastian, I'm 100% support that.
Well, yeah, not only that, though, it's better to do it as a team than it is to fight against each other. When you guys are all fighting for the same thing instead of fighting against each other for the same thing, it makes a huge difference. That's like that Joe Petito. Did you hear what he said about step parents? If you didn't, I'm going to play it because I think it's very important that everybody knows here.
Yeah, I remember when you played that.
Yeah, it was really it was a very
really good.
Hey, Mary, how are you, baby? Hey, what you doing?
Hey, Queen, how are you? Hello, everyone.
Get in there, baby doll. What's up?
I just want to say two things. In the beginning of this case, Seth said about the lights video that the police showed him the video and it was clear that
Chris
it was a trash truck.
But Chris said the same thing, that it was a trash truck. They both did.
Yeah, and then he changed it up when it fit a different narrative. His narrative, that it was a flashlight. So. And then my other thing,
the CPS reports, the whole, there's 5 CPS reports from Chris and Katie. Well, first of all, no, there's not. And second of all, there was 2 against you. So, both of y'all had CPS calls that were made. Okay.
Exactly.
Let's just keep it real.
Yep. Yep. My other thing, and I haven't heard anybody mention it, but it's something that has stuck with me. In the beginning, when Pascal was in, talking to Seth, he made a remark on that show that the police took all, like, what electronics the police took, and he said the police took the tablet that Seth's mother had given him, even though he didn't use it, but that there was a laptop of Sebastian's that Sebastian always used, but they didn't want that. As a parent, if my child went missing, I would demand that they took all the electronics, because my first thought would be that a predator lured him. So I don't know. That just never sat right with me, that the police didn't take that. or that Seth didn't demand it be taken.
But then I wonder, like, I don't know. Is that the truth? Did they take it and give it back? And I'm just at the point where I just don't know who to believe about anything. Honestly, like, are we putting that out to say that they're not doing their job? I mean, we had an injunction with 9 people, including the father of Sebastian. I've heard that too, and it bothered me. And I thought, man, as law enforcement, are they doing their job? Why wouldn't they take that? But how do we know they didn't? How do we know that's not a part of the narrative that, at
Yeah,
first
true.
they weren't doing their job? I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
question everything now, and it's so sad.
Right. I don't know. I mean, if they didn't take it, I don't understand why he wouldn't demand that they take it. I don't know. It's just something's hanky with that. So that's all I wanted to say. But I'll be listening.
Thanks for coming up. I appreciate you, baby.
I appreciate you, Queen. Thank you.
See you
And
later.
everybody have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Alabama mama, what you got, baby doll?
Okay, I'm probably am the only one that feels this way, and I hate it. But I truly feel so sorry for all 3 of them. Like, I don't like seeing
I think
Seth
you're the
like
only
that.
one by far. No. I don't think you're the only one by far.
I feel bad for all 3 of them. I do. I feel
I
bad for
think a lot
Seth.
of people do.
Yeah.
I think there's just a lot of things we disagree with as well, but there's a lot of things that others disagree with Katie and Chris as well. So, but I mean, I think everybody can have compassion that they all 3 are suffering severely, from having a missing child. I mean,
It's truly devastating. Like, seeing that again, it really breaks my heart to see families destroyed like that. Like, I'm a mom, and I couldn't imagine that. And then, when I was thinking about Seth with the CB, I honestly, maybe in my mind, I think, well, possibly my grandpa used to be a truck driver. Maybe he got the CB to spread awareness to drivers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe, probably not, but maybe that could be the reason he had a CB. But then all the shit that he's doing in the background. But then I see him on that show tonight, and he looks terrible. Like, I don't think it's fake. I really don't. He looks like it's really took a toll on him for one reason or another. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Man, this shit just messes with my emotions because I just couldn't imagine my life without my kids. Not one day, much less 14, 15 months.
I know. And it's not just this missing child, but it's all the snakes around him. We don't know if he. I don't know.
It's like you would think common sense would tell him there's something up there. Like the people around you are not helping. There's a reason for all the backlash that you're getting. But then I'm like, is he vulnerable? Is he so vulnerable that he's just willing to latch on to anybody for comfort? But then again, I'm like, well, Chris and Katie has offered it so many times.
He's surrounding himself with people that are like him.
I agree.
I was just going to say that. He might not be having a problem with this either. You know what I mean? Like.
And then his team tonight, while that show's on, they're over there trying to bash Chris and Katie, like his own team member. Like, what the fuck are you getting out of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not helping find your kid. Y'all, it is crazy to me. Like, I'm divorced, and me and my ex-husband, we have a great relationship because it's for our child. Like, sometimes as parents, you put your kids first.
It's called adulting and putting your child over yourself.
Yeah, put your child's needs above your own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You might hate each other and just want to set each other on fire, but you're going to hold yourself back because you're putting your kid in the middle of it.
Exactly.
But then I go back to what the divorce papers said, or some papers, and they said that Sebastian was upset because Seth told him that he was leaving because mommy didn't love him anymore. And that's not putting your child above yourself. So why would he do it now? You know?
Yeah, that's so fucking manipulating. Like, I would never do that to my kid. No matter what, I would never do that to my kid. Like, that is fucking mental abuse.
It's emotional abuse. It's just horrific.
And then I wonder if Sebastian knew he was going to live there, could that be why he took off if he did? Because he didn't want. Because the truth is like me and my mom have a good relationship now, but there's been times where we haven't. And sometimes, I felt emotionally abused when I was a kid growing up. It's not the same now that it used to be. But like saying that, like I remember those feelings that I felt, and I would never want to live with that 24/7 by no means. And if Seth was like that when he was younger, he had to have been that way when he was older too, more than likely. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to live with him.
We just don't know. We don't know their life. We just know what we can't. We don't know their life, and they've said that. I mean, they were working on. They had a parenting plan. They were working
Well,
on.
yeah,
If
Chris said he wrote it up.
They were working together.
Yeah.
They at some point they were working together, and it was working. Maybe Seth had to work different hours and couldn't get Sebastian, whatever that is. That was okay with him. He was going to games with them. When Sebastian Mike was going to have to move to a different home or whatever, they three as a unit worked together. They discussed it amongst the three of them, and then something happened, and it's turned into this, and I know the stress of a missing. No, I don't know the stress of a missing child, but I can't imagine. But how do you go from that to this?
I know that it's crazy, ain't it? Like, how could you work together all those years trying to come up with a solution to now decide there's no way that you could work together even for the better cause? Because let's say, okay, let's give Seth the benefit for a second. Let's say he does believe Katie's guilty of something. The best way to get that information is to get close to her.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy that you wouldn't.
Well, he's real mad
you're
that he
gonna be
can't
close.
talk to her alone. But see, he's very, very angry that he can't talk to her alone without Chris. And then we've thrown it out there that Chris is controlling and all the other things, when it might just be a protection thing because Seth so badly wants to speak to Katie alone.
I mean, am I the only one that sits and thinks, if you got to the house at 8 o'clock that morning, right? And Chris said he didn't get back till what? Did you not have no time to talk to her alone?
I think Chris got there at 1, he said, didn't he?
So that is 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like.
I know, I agree. It's fucking crazy.
And didn't he wait before he went in the house? Though?
Missing, so you can.
That's what he said.
I was starting to play this. Is that okay if I finish it?
Yeah.
Consider that. It does look like two people holding flashlights.
Yes, that paints a picture that is foul play.
So I want to help the public now. We want to find Sebastian. What do you say to people, Elizabeth?
First of all, to the 16 of the country, the high school age, really, if you know someone who looks like Sebastian, if you know something about Sebastian, tell your parents, call into the show, call the police, report it. This might be the break that we need. To the parents, if you have seen a 16-year-old boy that looks like Sebastian, do not be afraid to pick up the phone and call.
There is a $50,000 reward to help find him. Sebastian Rogers was about 5'5" when he was last seen, and he wears glasses. Sebastian is not comfortable with strangers.
If you're someone from this small town and you're in this neighborhood, check your cameras. There might be someone sitting on some doorbell cameras footage. I bet you he's in a small town in Tennessee.
Wow, that's an interesting theory.
But this isn't the most rural area in the world. This is not out in the Rocky Mountains. This is a neighborhood
There's
where
a highway going this up.
there's high foot traffic everywhere, and still no sign of him.
Wow. Thank you to our team of experts. And you all know our purpose is to examine these cases and give people watching information so they can bring the missing home. And I want to thank Callahan. I'm so glad that you're with us right now. We'll see you next week. And that is
Absolutely.
fantastic.
Good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you. All right, let's move. We have more very important cases coming up.
And there you have it. So what'd you guys think?
I thought it was good. Just wish it had been longer, but I thought it was good. I thought they were fair. It wasn't Katie that said about Sebastian not wearing shoes. It was Sean. So, and I'm so glad they got the reward.
Artist Creek, how are you, baby? Artist Creek, how are you, baby? Can you hear us okay?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Queen?
Kind of hanging in there. What's going on? What you thinking?
I am thinking that Sean never did get time alone with Katie because Chris's mother was there and he desperately wants to be alone with Katie.
Yeah, that's what it's like, huh?
And I have a real problem with the fact that he did not go to his place first. That would have been my first thought.
But yeah, because what if Sebastian was sitting at his house waiting on him to get home?
Right, sitting on the porch waiting on him.
Yeah, what
I
if he
still have a
tried
problem
to
with
walk
him.
and get over to his house? What if he tried to leave and get over there and be over there by the time he got off work?
I just can't. What shocks me more than that is that he never called his phone.
Yes, girl. Like,
Oh,
I'm telling you that.
Like, I would have been calling my daughter's phone before I could start my truck. And then I would have hung up and called again and again and again and again and again.
Has anybody asked Chris, though, if he
They
told
said
him the phone was
plugged
there?
in. They said his phone was plugged in on the counter, didn't they?
Yeah, but did Sean know that?
Well, so when I had first, that hit me one day, right? And I remember asking Chris, and he said he couldn't remember if they talked about his phone being there or not. But the way they both talk, right, about that call, it seems like it was a very quick, hey, I need you to get to my house. Sebastian is missing, etc., right?
Yeah. Are you hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm like,
I'm sitting here thinking, nah, baby, look, I'm sitting here thinking.
Well, she just cut off. I'm like, hello?
Hello? Are you there? Can you hear
I
me
did?
now?
You guys didn't hear me?
No, you just cut the fuck off and it was silent as fuck. And I'm like,
what's the last thing you heard?
You said I know
about the
right.
About the length of the phone call. About the length of the phone call.
Yeah.
Last thing we heard.
Well, that's pretty much where I ended it, right? Because the way it seemed to me was the way they both talk about it. It was a very quick, hey, Sebastian is missing. Sebastian's gone. Get to my house, right? It doesn't seem like they had a lengthy phone call. I could imagine if I were on the receiving end of that phone call and I were Seth, my immediate thing would be to get my ass in the car and leave. I don't want to talk to you. I want to get there and see what the hell's going on.
I sure as fuck wouldn't sit in the truck for 10 minutes.
30.
Oh, that makes it worse.
Well, and I'd probably I would most definitely drive over the speed limit
Hell
because the
yeah.
cops could follow me there.
Yes, I
agree.
agree.
I really truly thought that what they would do was, like kind of like how sometimes when there's shows like that, like they'll go back to each segment and like play a little bit more, not just play the first, like not just play each missing person at first and then just go to the second one. I figured they would like loop back around and finish the segment out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought would happen. Because
I
we
didn't
didn't.
watch the whole thing. Did y'all watch the whole thing? I stopped after like his segment.
Yeah, it didn't. There was nothing else about Sebastian in it. I thought that they would like show the bedroom or whatever, all the things that Seth said was going to be in the episode. I felt like that those things would come out throughout the episode. Like maybe they do a little segment of one kid, and then after they did all three, they'd go back and put more information out for each other. You know what I mean? That's what I've thought. Like that's what 2020 has done before. But I guess that's all that it is. Which is, I mean, I'm glad that it got national attention. I feel like that. I thought it would be longer. And I feel like that some of the information is incorrect. Like, for instance, the house, those lights are not behind his house.
The what now?
The lights.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you would think that they would have, by now, with all the information that's came out, that misinformation would have been told differently because those lights don't go behind Sebastian's house.
I'm honestly at the point where I'm so sick of hearing about those lights that I wish the police would come out. And if it is a trash truck, then show us it's a trash truck and shut everybody up about them. If it's not, then show us what it is if it's not him. If it doesn't have anything to do with him, then just show everybody how it doesn't.
Well, that's why it is so confusing because I have a clip of Seth saying, right, those cameras don't even look into the backyard.
Yeah.
And even the guy, when we talked to him that had the cameras, he said the same thing. They point down the street and they don't get footage of that common area or whatever, right? So, but then later on, Seth changes his story on that. So it's like, where was that the point where you were like going against law enforcement and maybe what they were telling you to tell people? Because if it is something that could hurt the integrity of the case, they wouldn't want you out there running your mouth about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I truly hope that the Green Team don't take this interview or this, this segment that they of
Oh,
Sebastian
they are, honey.
and rip Katie apart with it.
Oh, they are, baby.
Because
I'm
if I
sure they're
could,
already doing that.
It don't matter. When they just showed their hands and not their face on an interview, they got tore apart because they
that's
didn't
fucking
show their
sick.
face, and they showed their face, and then they're tore apart. They're gonna rip Katie apart for this.
Here, you want to hear how Justin was to him today? Here, let me show you a
Yeah,
little something.
I didn't hear this, but
Shut up.
people were talking about it in the Discord, so
Yeah, they was. Clue was like, I'm gonna boot you.
Yeah, I know. We were talking
yeah,
about it in
like I
our
don't give a fuck
regular
about
stream.
him.
Clue, what the hell happened to Discord? Did your computer like just shut off?
Mm-hmm.
Clue had so many
Justin
technical
already
difficulties.
tore them apart. Yeah, he did. Sunday suspicion, yeah, or sneaky suspicion. Yeah, he fucking talked all kinds of shit, and then he's like, "We support you. Seth, we always support you, but was shitty as fuck to listen to this. I don't understand. I just don't get it.
I might need to hop down. Am I gonna lose it? Am I
If
gonna
I
lose
got
my
to stay up
shit?
here, you are staying up here.
Yeah, right. You're stuck.
You're fine. Both y'all are fine.
PSA: Queen Bee is not held responsible for anything that comes out of my mouth. There you go.
Please do not strike anybody mentioned in this live stream. There we go. You've been disclaimed. It's all for entertainment purposes only. Form your own opinions, make your own decisions. So here we go. Let's get into this.
I'm waiting on the edge of my seat again. Takes forever.
Let's see.
I had to pull that restraint, you know. I had to pull my panel restraint.
Hold on. Did you see Michelle here? She says, hold on. Whoa, back it up, Terry Lynn. Back it up. Did Seth just say someone has him instead of the vile accusations he usually says? Is he changing narratives based on the audience? Kind of sounds like it, because last time he was blaming Katie and Chris. He said they don't need to be around children or something like that along those lines.
Yeah, it's a pattern for him.
33.
Yeah. He bounces back and
How about
forth.
that? It's just the way it is.
We know children on the autism spectrum tend to wander, according to the American.
KK and Edgar, if a flashlight was missing, it was actually that way. We always thought it was KK and Edgar said, "Oh, there's a flashlight missing." The police actually asked them, "Did he take anything? Could he have a flashlight?" Because I think that they had this video at this time and they were trying to make sense of this video.
It does look like two people holding
Fucking weirdo.
It's a picture that is foul play.
Yes.
So I want to help the public now. Cover with the FBI, DEA, and secret.
Was in Memphis at work. So Sebastian and I went to Texas Roadhouse. After dinner, right around 9 o'clock, he laid down. I heard a noise in his room. I said, "I don't care what you're doing, but you got to knock it off and you got to go to bed." And he answered, "Yes, ma'am." And I said, "Okay." And that was the last time that I with Sebastian. The next morning, when I went in his room, he wasn't in his bed. After a minute or two, when I couldn't find him, I called Chris and I said, "I can't find Sebastian. He's not in the house."
I got off work and I had a text message from Sebastian's stepfather. I said, "Hey, I don't know how to tell you this, but Sebastian's missing." I headed straight over to their house.
And see Artist Creek right there. She said, she has a problem with why he didn't go home. I'm kind of curious as to why the fuck he didn't go straight home either. Because again, how do they know? How does he know Sebastian didn't walk to his fucking house that morning or something, or in the middle or whatever? You know what I mean? Thinking he would be able to make it, because he sits at home, those 14 hours or whatever. Maybe he thought he could walk over there and make it. It's odd that he didn't go home first. Anyways, though, let's finish. Let's find where Justin starts talking about it.
Someone around because
he's horseback.
Days later,
here,
didn't yield one significant lead or even a glimpse of the boy on any doorbell cam video. Days later, investigators combed through a landfill, still saying they had found nothing.
We have nothing. We just have speculations. We get criticized. The father gets criticized. Law enforcement's been criticized.
Online sleuths are really analyzing videos and creating their own theories.
Sebastian is putting something in his pocket.
Surveillance footage from a neighbor shows two people outside of Sebastian's house that night. Something happened.
Tonight marks 1 year since Sebastian Rogers disappeared near Beach High School in Sumner County.
My life is not the same without my son. He's not here, and he's somewhere. Someone has him.
This year has been the worst nightmare I could have imagined come alive.
Just wants whoever has him. Just give him back. It's my son.
Wow, that dad. You can feel. So we will talk about theories now, Payne, and what happened with Sebastian. What are your thoughts?
I mean, here's his house. They searched miles outside of that neighborhood for days. Helicopters on the ground. They even drained a lake. He's nowhere. I don't think Sebastian would have gone outside on his own. There's someone else involved here. Somebody who was familiar to him.
Okay, so I don't know. I feel like he did leave the house on his own, in my opinion, but I feel like he was lured out by someone on the other end of the line of the games or whatever, you know, or somebody that told him, hey, I can help you, you know, or he's like, hey, I got to move to my dad's, I'm nervous, or maybe talking to him while they were playing the game together. How many stories have we seen where these predators and pedos fucking join these games, and like social media is a pedophiles and predators fucking playground? It's disgusting. It's sick, and there's no fucking boundaries.
But a stranger to everyone else.
We also have to consider he could have left on his own volition. We know children on the autism spectrum tend to wander. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, nearly half of all children on the autism spectrum will go missing at some point from their environment.
Wow.
But I think something caused him to flee his home. Was that into the open arms of a predator? Or was there a roaming predator that just happened to see Sebastian walking down through the neighborhood?
And to me, one thing that stands out is his shoes. He always wore his shoes according to his mom.
Yeah. She shared a story that as a younger boy, he walked through a pile of dirt, turned out to be a bed. I can't believe with someone as it is. No.
Well, when I was using that was missing. So you consider that, it does look like two people holding flashlights.
Again, we'll go back and watch it again.
Please fucking don't.
Here we go.
Community.
Jeez,
that
I'm trying to
refuses
figure out
give
where he
up.
stops
And
playing
neither-
that.
What happens?
Look at his eyes. The bags under his eyes, man. They're fucking rough looking.
Coming back.
Look at that. That man is broken. He is as broken as they come.
But you okay? So he can look at Seth and say that, right? Look at that man. He's as broken as they come. He does look like he's broke right now. You know, like he looks like his heart is broke. His emotions are fucking, you know what I'm saying, shattered. Like they're all over the place. His heart's shattered. You know what I'm saying? His kid's gone. I feel 100%. But I also feel like looking at a mother who carried him for 9 months, who has him 20, days of the month, opposed to somebody who has him 6 days of the month. I feel like they definitely have a stronger connection. And she's missing her fucking son. She's missing her baby. She's broke. Her heart is broke. She's doing things out here, not on social media looking for clout, not doing GoFundMes, not filing injunctions, not fucking pressing charges or filing charges on people or whatever the fuck is going on with all this other bullshit.
Not sending out C&Ds.
Right. They are actually out putting work in and doing what they need to do for, you know, their son. All three of them. All, you know, it drives me nuts that he fucking goes so fucking hard for Sean, but can't look at her and feel the same way with, you know, being upset and broken and heartbroken, and you know what I'm saying? It just blows the fuck out of me. But then again, Justin, you know, it's...
Well, it makes me sad for Seth that you've got that Justin sitting next to you, and I don't know whether you realize it or not, but he's part of what's wrong. They're vultures.
Yep.
As he sits there and says, you're broken. Well, you're help breaking him, Justin. You're part of the problem. Not all of it.
And he pulls them back up again. What the fuck? Why are you watching them again? Gosh dang, man.
Because they want to drag them. Like, that's their entertaining, which is fucking sickening. And I'm letting you know now, Brittany and everybody else, if you do that, I will absolutely have something to say about it
Derek,
because it's
Elizabeth.
sickening and it's wrong.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Here, is this Danielle Robinson?
That's a big question.
Yes, they were.
Were they secure? Because if they
Yes.
weren't, could mean one of two things. That thud, him running, was someone else in there with him.
Or someone was with him and going.
Exactly.
So I do want to bring up this home security.
Nobody was with him doing that at all.
Camera footage.
What
This
is he
looks like foot
stuttering?
traffic right in here.
How does he know that?
I thought he just said nobody's in there at all. How the fuck would he know?
Right.
What did he just say?
Replay that. That was very odd. And play it at normal speed.
Yeah, what
I
the
mean,
fuck
I
is
know
he
we'll be
talking about?
asleep, but that's really odd, Justin.
Doing that at all.
So I do want to bring up this home security.
Was with him doing that at all.
That is odd as shit.
Nobody
I'm
was
sorry.
with him doing that at all.
Back it-
Meaning
back it
upstairs
up
making a clump on the floor, a loud bang on the floor.
No, back it up a little bit more and get the context of what he's answering. Back it up just a little bit. That is just weird to me. Just the stuttering around. It, not so much the words, but you just don't know what to say, Justin. Why?
All right, here we go.
12. They're not likely to elope. You didn't say that though, sir.
Wow.
But I think something caused him to flee his home. Was that into the open arms of a predator? Or was there a roaming predator that just happened to see Sebastian walking down through the neighborhood? And
listen, there's no predators in that neighborhood, in my opinion. No child has ever went missing in that neighborhood. They protect each other in that neighborhood. And this is the thing that I am really upset about this more than anything, is that they did not mention no scent, nothing of Sebastian on camera, no article of clothing found, right? None of that. They just said, there's nothing. Well, go through them.
To me, one thing that stands out is his shoes. He always wore his shoes according to his mom.
Yeah. She shared a story that as a younger boy, he walked through a pile of dirt, turned out to be a bed of fire ants, and he had a thing about always wearing his socks and shoes. I can't think that a 15-year-old child would get up in the middle of the night and leave without his shoes. In February, it's cold. So for me, that says.
Hold on. Didn't KK, did she denounce that fire ant story?
No,
Right,
she didn't.
allegedly innocent. She said Seth told that story. She caught it too. Seth told that story, not KK. I don't know if they got it wrong on television, but KK said, I think she like denounced that and said he'll go without a shoe sometimes. You know what I mean? So thank you, Tori. Thank you all for the prayers. They're greatly appreciated. I keep Sebastian and Seth in my prayers. Justin, thank you for all you do. We love you, Tori, and we really appreciate you, honey. And just keep the faith. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. All the prayers for the surgery and recovery tomorrow. Just back this up just a tad here.
Yeah. She shared a story that as a younger boy, he walked through a pile of dirt, turned out to be a bed of fire ants, and he had a thing about always wearing his socks and shoes. I can't think that a 15-year-old child would get up in the middle of the night and leave without his shoes in February. It's cold. So for me, that says that someone has come and taken him.
Well, I don't believe anybody came and took him at all. Well, I mean, no stranger, at least. And she didn't even, Elizabeth, she didn't even say a child with autism and a chromosome deletion that does not care for the outdoors, does not like to be dirty.
I despise you, Justin.
Yep.
Well, guess what? Guess who else didn't say it? Seth didn't say it either. So
Yeah, what kind of father that has a son that doesn't like the outdoors describes him as a prancing deer through the forest, Justin? And also, what the
Right.
fuck would you have to say on what somebody did or didn't say to a production company? Aren't you the one that created a narrative that made Nancy Grace have to take her entire fucking production offline an hour after she posted it?
Yep, that's him.
Like, get the hell out of here with your credit.
Yeah, those
If you ain't
pesky
got no right
audio
to speak.
problems.
Right.
I hate to say this, but does it look like he's aged a lot?
Who, Justin?
Yeah, Justin. Like, y'all look at him. Like, I don't know.
They all look like hell over there on that side. If you want my opinion, I'm sorry.
Looks like the green team's turning a little green to me. I don't know. They all look sick.
No, they look different. They
Rough.
look old. Like they look way older than they all are.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
Why
that
is that-
stress and evil, nasty shit they're doing is making them age faster.
Well, and one thing I will say about like people keep saying that Seth looks like bad and the bags under his eyes and stuff. You have to understand this is like America's Most Wanted, right? The lighting on their cameras way better than the glow of the computer screen that we're used to seeing him in, right?
And Dolly said that whenever he went on national TV, the lights are like really, really bright.
Yeah, I mean, like from from their cameras, and if you're in a studio, like you'll get hot sitting under the lights, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think it's just his face, because he looks like he did when we met him. He don't look no different. He's fatter, which by the way, I wanted to point out. You guys were talking about this earlier. Dog, the bounty hunter, said weight gain could be a sign of guilt. Just saying. Or throw that out there.
Yep. Whenever he was talking about Katie on fake ass FBI or wannabe whatever she is, coffin bitch, he did say that.
Oopsie. That's from their dog. We don't know nothing about that. We ain't no experts. That's from your dog. Said that. Not us. Your dog.
Woof woof, motherfucker.
I wonder how Justin knows more about who was in that house tonight than we do. Like that is really
Well,
weird to me.
Yeah, considering there was 2 people in the house that night, Katie and Sebastian. Not even Chris can tell you firsthand what happened in that house because guess what? He wasn't there. Neither was Seth. But Justin, Monkey Boy, knows
He knows.
everything that went on about that house.
Yep.
Maybe
It was
we don't
almost as if he was there.
we don't truly know Seth wasn't there at some point either.
I mean,
Sorry, I still stand firm on. I know I saw with my own 2 eyes and heard with my own 2 ears Tony say he was outside sleeping in his truck. So
Yeah.
I heard that too. And I'm telling y'all, people are making me think I'm losing my mind whenever I say that I heard that. They're like, well, no, maybe you thought that you heard that. No, I fucking heard that.
100%.
Now, I can't find it because Pascal's took all of his videos down, but I almost 100% know that Tony said that.
Well, and apparently he's not on the camera either for 2 hours.
Yeah, Carla. Do you hear that, Carla? He's not on camera for 2 hours, Carla. You want to know where everybody else is? Well, why don't you go find out where Seth was for those 2 hours, Carla?
And normally at the jail, they do 15-minute checks, 15-minute rounds. So,
Well, in the jail, you've got cameras going down each corridor and everywhere else. You've got cameras everywhere.
yep, still don't matter. You got to do 15-minute rounds.
I know, but he wasn't on any cameras.
Right.
Yep.
But we're worried
exactly,
about what
Jules.
Chris did the day before. Okay.
Or someone else is involved. Someone knows something. And as easy as it is to be like, oh, that could never happen. Like your bedroom is the safest place in the world. Well, no, bedrooms are not the safest place in the world. I was taken from my bedroom.
And she was. She was. And
so was Cash Gernon. So was Cash Gernon. It happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Justin the Liar, Kathy ain't got time for BS, says with a $10 super sticker. Thank you, Kathy. And yeah, I agree with that. Justin's on some bullshit. Becky C003, let's see here. Didn't say that him and Sebastian always love to fish? That's an outside activity. Yep. Well, now he describes him as a deer prancing through the woods.
Well, I will say this, right? Like, in Seth's defense, he did tell us that he liked to go fishing, but he would not like take the worm or put the worm on the hook or take the fish off because he didn't like to be dirty.
Oh, you're talking about Sebastian, not Seth.
Right. So, like, and I honestly do at times feel like a lot of the things that Seth talks about him and Sebastian doing, this is just my opinion, are really more things that Seth is probably really into.
Right.
Right. And, you know, he just takes him with him. You know, we all do that as parents, right? Hoping that one day they'll enjoy it too.
Right.
But Seth has always maintained he does not like to be dirty.
And I remember Katie and Chris telling us the story about how much he loved going to Barnes and Noble and like doing that kind of indoor thing, with the cake pops. He liked the cake pops and the books that he got and all that, And I'm sure he did enjoy it with his dad,
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I got to drop, Queen.
Yeah, so do I. I got to go to bed.
Me too.
I do the same.
Yeah, I'm about to crash too. I'm tired.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Go Sleepy House. Everybody go Sleepy House. Go night.
Go lay down, buddy.
I have to tuck everybody in.
Bye, Roro.
Bye. Are
See
you
you later, Alabama.
Are you ending it, Queen?
What, baby?
Are you ending it? Are you ending the live?
Oh yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, do you
Okay.
want to finish watching it, or you guys want? What do you want to do?
No.
I mean, this is
Yeah.
Justin shit, so it's not real. We already watched it. I mean, Demon,
Yeah.
that's a shame because I have been trying to find it. Yeah, there was a lot of videos that were deleted. I think Dolly deleted a lot of his. You know, there was just a lot of videos that were taken down and videos that we no longer have. Live streams that are gone.
Yeah. All
You
right.
know.
Thank you for letting me up, baby. Y'all have a good night.
Absolutely, love. I
Bye.
appreciate you. Trying to close this other little window here. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out, all 2,000 of y'all. I appreciate you guys being here. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. It's 11:30 and 5:30 comes early, y'all. And it's been a long week. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll be on here in the morning. I will catch y'all on the flip side. If you guys ain't got nothing going on, come hang out in the morning time. I'll be on here probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock my time. So I will see you guys later. Good night, everybody. QB out.